I'm Evotaz, and we are back with a new build guide. My Hawkeye. Honestly, I don't remember which build guides I've actually done. I'm just doing them at random. But if there's a specific one you want to see, let me know. I'll focus on that one next one. But yeah, this is I'm gonna be doing the Gauntlet 3 after this, and then in the last one I have to go through my characters and see which character needs hive mind pieces, and then I'll probably finish off with that one. If it's a character that I haven't done a build guide with yet, I will make a build guide for it. Otherwise, I will just probably jump into the mission. But you've all seen my Hawkeye in action anyway, and I just thought I'd go over the specifics with you, and on a high level maybe. So the big thing here is precision. And again, it's just like Kate, right? We want to stack precision, would love a little bit more proficiency. His valor, his ultimates doesn't really make too much difference. I don't really take a lot of bonus damage off his valor, so we're not really stacking valor here. It's all about his bag of tricks. That is it, guys. Bag of tricks. It's so OP. And his heal does so much healing. His other attacks, I mean, it just applies so much status to everything. It's ridiculous. Hawkeye is one of the top tier classes for sure. But yeah, so I'm stacking precision and resolve. Got that 15k, that magic number of resolve. Also running 34% armor, and 55 intensity allows me to have 61% stun, meter damage, and some status resist as well. We've got a few heroic charge boosts as well. We've got 24% on the ultimate and 35 on the support. Really, the only one that I use a lot is the ultimate. His heroics aren't the greatest, but the support heal is really nice to have, especially when you're in a bind and you need a heal. But anyway, we'll go through the gear. Hive mind sword. So we're running a shark hive mind sword. Split shot arrow, deal shark. That's the huge thing right there. So on a melee piece, we've got a split shot arrow perk. It's amazing, right? And then as a bonus, we've got the shock potentiator on it. So it increases the damage done. So whenever I use split shot arrow, I'm getting 20% more damage with it. Pretty nice. Also got might, precision, and resilience. If I got a better roll on precision and something else, it would have been nicer, but I haven't gotten it, and I haven't really farmed much hive mind on this guy, just because it's hard to get split shot arrow on the hive mind piece as well. So yeah, in the arrow slot, so this is a really good arrow piece, one of my best pieces of gear that I've gotten in the game. We've got resolve and precision, and we got the proficient buff, ranged power attacks grant a damage buff. So when you do your bag of tricks, that's basically a ranged power attack. And then every second attack from your bag of tricks fires out a cluster arrow. So you do cosmic damage. So even though I'm only doing one attack, and that's bag of tricks, because the second arrow that comes out is a cluster arrow, it will apply cosmic. So I'm doing shark and I'm doing cosmic. And defeating enemies with ranged criticals gives me a willpower burst. I wish that was a heroic burst or an intrinsic burst, but heroic would have been ideal. Again, no recalibration station, can't roll that off. If I had the choice, that would be the only thing I would change on this piece, actually. Swap out the willpower burst for heroic burst. Operatives Armor, we finally got the upgraded version of this. So we've got the higher stats. I wanted intensity on it because it's always nice to have some. It gives you that, that stun status, meter, faster and better. It stays longer, I think, as well. I'm not sure about the length of it, but anyway, the perks are pretty good. I hate locked on. That's my biggest pet peeve with Hawkeye. Locked on is really bad. It throws you off when you're aiming and such, because it tries to lock onto other targets. But the auto shield, getting a nanite shield, is basically like a Jarvis barrier. It's pretty nice. And the split multiplier is the key to this whole build. The bag of tricks. Basically, when I'm firing split shot arrow, I'm getting another 2 arrows in that, basically giving me 2 more shock arrows that are doing 20% more shock damage each. yeah, and it's just 2 more arrows that have a chance to grant me my damage buff and such. All really, it works really well together. And then we've got the Kit of the Storms. We've got Precision and Might. Again, if I could have got it with Precision and something else, it would have been perfect, but I hate farming the Tachyon mission. You guys saw how much I farmed it with Black Panther over the past few weeks, and I haven't got a single exotic, so I've pretty much given up at this point. But yeah, we've got the Tachyon Surge, and we've got another Lightning Potentiator. So basically, we've got 20% Potentiator here for shock, and we got a 20% Potentiator here for shock, and our main attack, Bag of Tricks, the Split Shot Arrow. So it's like lots of damage boosts in terms of statuses. Although I think it's all additive, unfortunately. It doesn't feel as high. Like, the numbers I get don't feel as high as they should be, in my opinion, but let me know your thoughts. Running Triple Precision and Triple Precision, the perks or whatever, it's all about the precision, stacking the precision on those. Running Tacticon because we're doing battery, but it's all really the Bag of Tricks doing Split Shot Arrow and doing that shock damage. Go over to the skills. So the big thing on our skills is the support. All heroes affected by the healing nanobots have 20% increased crit chance and a 20% greater weak point on critical attack damage. It's basically a damage buff when I cast my support heroic. And enemies defeated in the green area, I guess, have a 30% chance to drop a heroic orb. So giving my team that heroic orb drop as well as giving myself the chance to get this support heroic back again quickly. The assault heroic ability, I'm running Ion Surge because we've got so much shock bonuses from the potentiators, but I was thinking about switching over to the fire one just because it gives me that battery, right? But right now I'm just using this because of the 40% in the potentiator that we've got running, right? It just makes sense to me. Let me know your thoughts on that though, because I'm a little torn about switching over to plasma. I've got nothing that really boosts plasma damage, but yeah, just that it just makes sense to go shock, right? And the same with the ultimate heroic. We went with Twin Talons and it applies shock damage. So again, it's getting the damage increase from the potentiators, the 2 of them. So it just makes perfect sense to go shock on them. And then we're running Bird in the Hand. Enemies defeated by Hunter's Arrows have a 25% chance to drop heroic orb. So again, and you know, trying to get our abilities back as quick as we can. In terms of the mastery, for melee, increase the impact of implosion arrow. So that's when I press and hold square. It does like an implosion and it pulls enemies into that area. I cast it sometimes, but not really. It just depends how I'm feeling and how I feel like I want to play. If there's a group of enemies, it's kind of like Singularity in a way, sort of toned down version of it. It just pulls a couple of enemies to a single point. It's kind of nice, but yeah, increase the damage inflicted by split shot. It's a given. I've been saying it right from the beginning. You know, we're all about that Bag of Tricks. Split shot arrow, that's our build. That's it. We're not melee. We're not anything else. We are Bag of Tricks, applying statuses with split shot. And while we're doing our Bag of Tricks, the cluster arrow actually applies the cosmic. So yeah, ranged. We got heavy draw. Increase the damage and impact when shooting enemies with weak spots and razor arrows. If I ever do switch over to a single target, the arrow that you start off with is a single target razor arrow. So if I ever need to focus one enemy, I've got a little bit of a bonus damage on it. Again, same with this. Shockwave triggers a shockwave when firing a fully charged razor arrow, so a single target again. So if I'm not using Bag of Tricks, I've only got one enemy that I'm focusing down. It's better to go with the single shot if I just want to mix it up, that is. But Bag of Tricks is way better in every situation anyway. So yeah, and then again, we're just boosting that the razor arrow thing with perfect draw. Each perfect draw Adds a marksman's buff. I don't really do this as much as I probably should, but there you have it. You'll see I don't really need to. If you haven't seen any of my other gameplay with Hawkeye, you're gonna see how easy it is anyway. The intrinsic ability, using Swordsman's Prodigy ability, attaches an explosive charge that detonates. I don't do this. And the other skills aren't very good. Boomerang arrow is garbage. And I barely dodge, if I can remember to do it. Honed Instincts reduce the cost of intrinsic attack, so it allows us to keep our meter up. And increase rocket arrow damage by 25%. I don't really cast rockets that much, but yeah, I don't use Startling Disruption, and I don't really parry as often as I probably should neither. Intrinsic Overcharge, multi-talented, increase the melee attack damage by 20% and ranged by 10% while overcharged. So it's all about that range damage increase here. I don't really care about the melee, but I do go in and melee sometimes. My melee isn't too bad, and I will do it just out of fun on the weaker enemies. But yeah, this might be good as well in replace of this, but this is just a 10% increased damage while overcharged. The damage buff. And while overcharged, defeating enemies have a 15% chance to spawn heroic orbs. And yeah, lastly, increase the crit attack damage by 20% while overcharged. So it's all about that DPS, right? The champion points. Hawkeye is my highest champion character, and I think I am working on either here getting 1 point or just working on these now. This whole tree over here is garbage, but might as well just put it in when you got the points, right? Every little thing helps. What was I gonna look at? Yeah, if I go, see, I've got 34% armor, so if I go here, that will give me 35% armor, which is a huge increase. Anyway, we are gonna start the Gauntlet 3, and we'll be right back. So if you hear some background noise, I had to put my fan on. It's so hot in my room with the PS on. Anyway, this guy wants to get started. I don't mind. Usually I solo the Mega Hive with my Hawkeye, so...
We're all counting on you.
But yeah, just because I don't play my characters the way someone else plays it doesn't mean I'm doing it wrong. I like playing the characters the way I like the way I feel that they should be played. So I just pick and choose myself. I don't really copy anyone else. I just do my own thing. But yeah, he has a sword, and yeah, it probably could be good.
Head for the location on your HUD.
It's not my build.
This should be fun.
Empty room, waste of time. Ow, you bugger. So Hawkeye is my main, I would say. If I had to pick a main, this is it. There's me using that razor arrow. Just because the bag of tricks makes me jump backwards, and I hate when I have to stand on a platform with it.
These enemies must be defeated.
Hey, no shoving. Okay, everyone.
To see how easily we get our damage buff up.
Guess I do, but try to keep up.
The enemies have been defeated.
Just like that, guys. Just like that. I mean, with my buffs up, I'm at 3278. range. So yeah, it's if I had pieces that didn't have might on them, but they had a higher precision roll, that would have been the best in slot, but I don't. And you're only stuck with what you get. Where's that Widow gun?
The mayor's getting crowded.
You're telling me.
It's nice. Lively.
Natasha
You want to start this mission with the two of us.
Sap.
If you tell anyone, they won't believe you.
Yeah, they're not AFK.
Destroy the aim power cores.
Target's up ahead.
Yep, he's AFK.
Easy pickings.
Use the terminal. I'll get you past security.
He's not AFK in this area because he's gonna get hit.
Gotta try harder than that.
Nowhere really to hide.
Destroy all the power cores.
Open it. I guess you can't open this one.
That power core is finished. Power core down.
What am I hitting? This is the only bad thing about Bag of Tricks. It pushes you back so much into the wall that you can't see where you're aiming at, and sometimes your arrows just completely miss everything.
All power cores destroyed. Well done.
Something we couldn't handle.
Guy's either lagging or he's cheating. He was like dodging all over the place just a second ago. Who knows, probably lag.
Focus. Breathe. You can do this.
Damn, the arrows come out in the last attack. That's the splintering shot from the chest.
An elite aim team is close by and on alert.
And he's staying back there again. Maybe he just
Every
wants
member
the
of the
gear,
elite
who
team
knows.
must be defeated.
This is gonna hurt. Wait till you see this.
Maybe he's just lagging.
One of their agents is down. Well done. That squad member has been neutralized. The team are no longer a threat.
Yeah, I don't really cast the healing because I don't really need it that much. Could probably cast it just to get the damage buff, but I don't need the damage buff neither because I pack such a big punch.
Forgot to bring my copy.
Copy. I've actually been trying to quit. Cut down the amount that I'm drinking. Maybe I'll have one in the morning every other day now.
This should be fun.
Head for the location on your HUD.
And that guy had good aim.
Not alone here.
These
than
enemies
mine.
must be defeated.
Enemies, these ones?
Wait, time ready.
Alright, we'll cast it. Why not? Get those phase bots.
The enemies have been defeated.
Easy as that, guys. Easy as that.
We got company, you guys.
You saw my build? See how I play? Let me know if there's anything I can improve on, because I think my Hawkeye is pretty much perfect.
Who gets all my jokes.
What? Kamala doesn't get your jokes?
She laughs at everything. That's not useful feedback.
No, I promise to continue to not laugh at your jokes.
Is there a wall in front of me? Almost looks like there's a wall in front of me. Like that Kate's bug.
An elite AIM team is close by and on alert. Updating your HUD. There is a chest with gear close by. One of our shield allies nearby could use some help.
Ow. The hell? My guy was just gonna stand there and watch me get wrecked.
Every member of the elite team must be defeated.
Coming in my way. Hope that guy's happy that I took out the turrets. He's had this one guy that always complains I don't break the
One of their
turrets.
agents is down.
Therefore I'm not playing right. I find it funny, but I don't need to break them
Another
out.
agent down. Another enemy defeated. The team are no longer a threat.
Got eyes on the enemy.
Hate all the dodging backwards that he does. Super annoying.
Just enough room to do a cartwheel.
Head for the location on your HUD.
So both of my controllers, I have two PS5 controllers. Both of them have stick drift. That is super annoying. How much of bad luck can you get, eh? I gotta save up for a new controller now.
These enemies must be defeated.
Stay clear. Watch you fall.
worst luck that you can get. Both controllers. Nice thing about the backflip though is when those phase butts come in to attack me. What happened there? When they come in to attack me, because I'm dodging backwards, I completely misses.
The enemies have been defeated.
And that's how you do it, guys. This is my strongest character, Hawkeye. No problems with him whatsoever. The game does like to not target enemies with the bag of tricks. When you're very close to a wall,
Excellent work.
and it shifts your
You
camera
dealt
around a
another
little
blow
bit,
to aim.
it throws you
You're
off
not
a bit.
finished yet.
We're not finished, but I'm finished with this group. That was alright, not gonna lie. He did his best. Can't give up the chest slot. The chest slot piece I got is too good. Can't give up the bow because the bow piece I got is too good. Yeah, there's nothing really I want on Hawkeye, so got nothing to play for, unfortunately. Anyway, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Until next time, take it easy.